For this project, I've chosen Plymouth Yarn Encore. Encore is a great worsted weight, medium weight acrylic wool blend. I love the way it feels. I love acrylic wool blends for blankets and afghans because it washes well and it holds up, but it feels so good to snuggle under, which is just what you want in an afghan. I'm using 4 colors of yarn, and in this particular project, I'm using sort of some new neutral colors. So there's sort of a dusty purple or lavender and sort of a, I don't know what you'd call this, sort of a terracotta color. And they really work well as neutrals. They're colors 701, 702, 703, and 704. But of course, you can choose any colorway that's going to work for you. Let me show you another couple of options. Here I'm working on a swatch in sort of neutral browns. So there's a brown, a tan, an off-white, and so on. You can find this colorway listed on the blog. I'll give you those color numbers for Plymouth Encore. I've also done swatches with some more jewel tones. So here I have sort of a, doesn't show up very well on the screen, but it's a lovely sort of peacock color and a gold and a sort of a jewel purple. So you will be able to find that also on the Plymouth Yarn blog. If you like those colors or if you like others, that's fine. Just be sure you buy enough yarn to finish the whole project. In Encore, I used 6 balls of color A, 5 balls of color B, and 2 balls each of colors C and D. If you're going to be substituting yarn and you're using a different yarn, make sure that you buy enough yardage. Don't just go on the number of balls. Encore has 200 yards per ball, and this should be enough for you to do swatches as well so you can get the correct gauge. We'll be talking about gauge as we work each panel. To get gauge on this project, I used a 5mm or size H crochet hook. You may need to use a different size hook, so you may want to have a couple available for you to try, but a good place to start will be with a 5mm hook. You'll also need 5 locking stitch markers or opening stitch markers that you can open and remove. Go ahead and gather your materials and join me again in a week to start panel 1 of the 5-panel crochet blanket. If you have questions, leave them in the comments at the end of the blog post and we'll do our best to answer.